This is the Yasuni National Park in Ecuador, a key part of what is called the Earth's lungs, the Amazon, the world's largest rainforest, capable of absorbing millions of tons of greenhouse gases. And Yasuní isn't just any part of the Amazon. Just 1 hectare is home to more than 100,000 species of insects, and almost as many native tree species as found in all of North America. What you cannot see is what's underneath, an estimated 900 million barrels of crude oil. So the question is this: is the world willing to make it worth Ecuador's while to leave all of this intact? And not just the incredible biodiversity of this rainforest, but also human diversity. For example, deep in this jungle, there are at least 2 tribes living in voluntary isolation and who want nothing to do with people from the outside world. Ecuador has a concrete proposal. It's willing to ban oil exploration permanently and forego half of the estimated annual oil revenues from the Yasuní deposits if the international community matches the other half, or $350 million a year for the next 12 years. This, says Ecuador, would save the world the equivalent of what Brazil or France produce annually in CO2 gases.
Es una propuesta imaginativa, única, revolucionaria.
It's a unique and revolutionary proposal. It would be a contribution and a solution that goes beyond the rhetoric. It's a perfectly viable and concrete way of confronting the problem of climate change that's compatible not just with Ecuador's interests, but those of the entire planet.
Ecuador proposes setting up a UN-supervised trust fund, using only the interest to finance alternative energy, environmental, and community development projects. Daniel Alvarado and his wife Rosa, who are expecting their 7th child, are Amazonian Quichuas, the largest indigenous group living along the Napo River. They support the idea of leaving their region's fossil fuel where it is. We know that the oil companies only come to cause damage. They'll contaminate our rivers and our pure air, he says. We're offered a local delicacy, a drink made out of fermented manioc. This family says the rainforest gives them everything they need. For example, this is a roast monkey, their lunch. And the jungle provides much more than food. The bark of the tree that produces this flower, for instance, is used by the Guarani Indians as a contraceptive. As pharmaceutical companies know, this rainforest supplies the raw material for many of tomorrow's life-saving drugs. But Ecuador is a poor country that says it cannot bear the cost of preserving all this on its own, which is why it hopes that out of enlightened self-interest, the rest of the world will pitch in. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Yasuní, Ecuador.